All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles, great millstone, citation I can teach all truth and sincerity. Um, I'm gonna read Matthew chapter 10, verse 5. It says, "These 12 Yahushua sent forth and commanded them, saying, Go not into the way of the Gentiles, or into any city of the Samaritans, into ye not." Yahushua was given in order to his 12 12 disciples, 12 his 12 his his 12 uh close men that he dealt with personally. He given them an order saying don't go to the natural Gentiles. Don't enter into the city of the Samaritans, where because the city of Samaria had heathens in it. He didn't want them to enter into that city to go prophesy to those heathens that were in Samaria at that time, because the the, the truth, the uh the wisdom, knowledge, understanding of Yahweh Shai wasn't for them, because they're not Israel. He told them to go prophesy and preach to the lost sheep of the house of Israel, who are the Israelites scattered amongst the heathens that lost their heritage, that lost their way, to bring them back to um to their way, and guide them back to their heritage, you know, to wake them up out of that madness that they're in, so they can basically come and be grafted back in to the fold, uh because the kingdom of heaven is only for Israel. Because it talks about in Acts, it says, um, and this is Acts 1 verse 6. It's Acts 1 verse 6. It says, when they therefore were come together, they asked of Yahweh, saying, Lord, wilt thou at this time restore again the kingdom to Israel? And they, because the kingdom of Israel was very was a thriving kingdom the under the kingship of King Solomon for 40 years of peace. And they were asking, the Heavenly Father, Son, Yahweh Shai, is he going to restore it again? And at that time, the kingdom of Israel, you know, um, wasn't going to be restored in that time when Yahweh Shai was on the earth. Um, because we had to go through um, many different reincarnations and time. The time that Israel is going to be established and restored back again is soon going to be coming now. Um, but anyway, I'm gonna read. I'm gonna go to Isaiah. Um, Isaiah 60 verse um 60 verse 10. It's Isaiah 60 verse 10. It says, and the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and the king shall minister unto thee. For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy upon thee. Um, so like I'll read a little bit up. Uh, I'll read 9. It says, surely the owl shall wait for thee, and the ships of Tarshish first to bring thy sons from far. their silver and their gold with them unto the name of Yahweh thy power, and to the Holy One of Israel, because he hath glorified thee. And reason why I went straight to Isaiah 60 verse 9 is because the point is these heathens are gonna build our walls, and they're gonna bring their substance, their silver, their gold, their riches into our kingdom. And Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is gonna have favor upon his people. He's gonna have mercy on us. He's gonna I'll read verse 10. It says, and the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee. For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy upon thee. And they're gonna, like I said, build up our walls. They're gonna become our servants, our captives. Because all the leaders of these heathens are gonna be our first crop of slavery. Verse 11, therefore thy gates shall be open continually, and they shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, and that their kings may be brought. And all their riches shall build our kingdom. All the things that they took from us will be brought into our kingdom, and will build up our kingdom and lay the foundations. They're gonna lay the foundation of gold, the golden streets. Because we're not gonna be doing that. When we're in the land of Israel. Uh, I'm gonna go to Revelations 21 and 24, and I'm gonna come back to Isaiah 60. This Revelation 21 and 24, it says, and the nations of them which are saved shall walk in the light of it, and the kings of the earth do bring their glory and honor into it. So all the kings, all the heathen kings of the earth are going to bring all their riches into our kingdom. It says, verse 25, and the gates of it shall not be shut at all by day, for there shall be no night. Slaki, be no night there, because it's still gonna be night there, but the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding shall not escape us, because we're gonna have the law, statutes, amendments written in our inward parts. I'm gonna read verse 26, and they shall bring the glory and honor of the nations into it. Because all you nations, like I've been explaining, all your riches is gonna be brought into our kingdom. Because this kingdom is gonna be built up by you. Because all you nations are gonna go into captivity, be our servants, and you're gonna build up our kingdom. Because we're not gonna build up our kingdom. You nations are. Um, Go to Isaiah 60 and Isaiah 60 verse 12. It says, Isaiah 60 verse 12 says, for the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. Yeah, those nations shall be utterly wasted. So the kingdom that doesn't want to what's the word, serve us, doesn't want to build up our kingdom, you're going to be utterly wasted, utterly destroyed. Verse 13, the glory of Lebanon shall come unto thee, the fir tree, the pine tree, and the box together to beautify the place of my sanctuary. I will make the place of my feet glorious. So Yahweh Bashem Yahshua is going to make this earth a paradise, more importantly Israel a glorious place, a monument, a beautiful land for us to dwell in. And you heathens are gonna build it up, and you're gonna build our walls, golden streets. You're gonna put in our stones. You're gonna do everything that we ask you to when you're in those chains. I'm gonna read verse 14. The sons also of them that afflict thee shall come bending unto thee, and all that All they that despise thee shall bow themselves down at the sole of thy feet, and they shall call thee the city of Yahweh, the Zion of the Holy One of Israel. And the the uh the word Zion means monument. I believe it's the name is in Hebrew Tazawan. Um, and these people are going to you know, what's the word, bow at us. They're going to what's the word, uh look at us and praise and glorify the name of the Lord when they look at us. But I'm gonna read Isaiah. I'm gonna read Isaiah 14 verse uh it's Isaiah 14 verse 1. It says, "For Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land, and strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob." And Yahweh's gonna have mercy on the Jacob, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American. He's gonna choose Israel because he made an oath to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and he's not going to um what's the word, skip on his oath. Because Yahweh Shah always keeps his oath that he made with our forefathers, and he's going to bring us back to our own land. And this, it says the strangers shall be joined with them, and those strangers are the Israelite foreigners, the speckled bird. They're gonna come back to their heritage, and cleave to their heritage. And read verse 2, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place. The house of Israel shall possess them in the land of Yahweh for servants and handmaids. And this is talking about the 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 heathens. We're gonna possess you heathens and make you our servants and our handmaids. And they shall take them captives, who captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. We're gonna rule over our oppressors, all you heathens, including Esau, especially Esau. You all gonna go into captivity together. It says, verse 3, it shall come to pass in the day that Yahweh shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, from thy fear, from the hard bondage wherein thou were made to serve. And we're going to be given rest and peace, finally peace from all our sorrows and tribulations. You know, I'm gonna read Zechariah. It's Zechariah chapter 1 verse 17. It's Zechariah chapter 1 verse 17. It says, "Cry ye, saying, Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, my cities there through Slaki, my cities through prosperity shall yet be spread abroad, and Yahweh shall yet comfort Zion, and shall yet choose Jerusalem." And Yahweh is going to choose Jerusalem, choose the nation of Israel again. He's going to choose his people. I'm going to read Zechariah 2 in verse 12. It says, "And Yahweh shall inherit Judah, his portion in the Holy Land, and shall choose Jerusalem again." So he's going to choose his people, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Americans. And I'm going to get Revelations. This is only part 1. I'm going to do another part. This is Revelations chapter 7, verse 4. And I heard the number of them uh, which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of children of Israel. So, the 144,000, which are the elect, are Israelites. Are the elect of the nation of Israel, which are the elect of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, which are going to be delivered into the chariots and bring back the nation. That's the remnant that's going to be saved. I'm I'm gonna skip down to 9. It says, this is Revelation 7 verse 9. And after this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and people and tongues, stood before the throne and for the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands. And that this is talking about those strangers, which are Israelites, who are scattered amongst the nations. And this is also talking about those that in Esdras, I believe chapter be second Esdras chapter 2. Those that uh, are crowned at the crowning ceremony, that no man can number, that Yahushua was standing before, the man that's taller than all the rest, and Esdras could not number, basically. But basically, this is part one. I'm gonna do another part two. But the point is, Israel is who Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is going to. That's who the kingdom is for. It's not for you other nations. All you other nations are going in captivity, basically. So anyway, I'm gonna say shalom, and anyway, shalom.